Welcome back to more Harborough Freight. Today we have some really good deals on Amazon. Best deals right now on tools on Amazon. Again, I will go into the price history. Everything that we'll go over is either at its best price or very close to the best price. And of course, I'll show you the Amazon tracker just so you know that I'm not lying to you. And just say that every single tool that or thing that we go over is a good deal. No, I want to verify to you that this is a deal. I'm not just pulling your leg, telling you to buy something when in reality it's not a good deal. Everything will be linked in the description. And let's go ahead and jump right in. So we have first Flex 24 volt brushless cordless 2-tool combo kit. Limited time deal, 29% off for $250, $249 even. According to the price history, this is the best price. Has about a year worth of history, and it doesn't really go lower than the $350 with the exception of, looks like Black Friday. And then for about the last month, it has been down to $250, $249 even. So best deal on Amazon still there. Good buy according to the tracker. Another lowest price in 30 days, Capri Tools, 3/8" drive, fine, 90-tooth ratchet, ergonomic soft grip, 9.5" long, lowest price in 30 days, showing only 7% off, $34.80. But I will say, according to the tracker, this actually has the lowest price is $37.83. Normally at $40 over the last year and a half, 2 years, but the actual price is $34.80. So the tracker hasn't even caught it yet. It was showing the best price was $37, but it's down even further, down to $34.80. And for a Capri tool, ratchet, 3/8" drive, 90-tooth ratchet, ergonomic soft grip, definitely a good get for $34.80 for a super solid, high quality ratchet. At a great price. Next, Wiha, big fan, 6-piece color-coded magnetic nut setter, metric set, a limited time deal, 14% off, currently showing $25.10. Looking at the price history, this does show best price and about 2-3 years of history where this normally averages about $40. More recently over the last year it's dropped down to about $30, but it is down to $25, so even lower than what it's been. $25 best price on Amazon. And then we have the classic Swiss Army knife, Victorinox compact Swiss Army knife, 15 functions, Swiss made pocket knife with large blade, screwdriver, corkscrew, multi-purpose hook, red, 34% off, $39.20. According to the price history, this is its best price. Has about a year, a little bit less than a year of history. In reality, it averages about $40, close to $44. Dropped down to about $43, and then recently down to $39. So not the biggest savings, but definitely best price, and a few bucks down from where it's been. Next, Rust-Oleum Painter's Touch 2x Ultra Cover Spray Paint, 12-ounce, Ultra Matte Black, 36% off, $4.50, which seems like a pretty good deal. And then, of course, according to the tracker, this normally averages, has about 5 years of history, has been averaging about $7 to $8 over the last 2 to 3 years, and has dropped down to the $4.50. Next, Klein Tools, HVAC, clamp meter, auto ranging, TRMS, NCVT, measures, voltage, current, temperature, microamps, inrush, and more. 19% off, $81.15. Klein Tools, of course, excellent. Looking at the price history, about 2 years of history, this averages easily about $100. Did go down for this last Black Friday to about $78. So this isn't the best price. Lowest price it's ever been is $78, but right now it's at $81.15. So about $3 off. Again, not the best price, but pretty close to it. So it wouldn't be a bad buy. Then we have DEWALT 20 volt max XR POWERSTACK 5-amp lithium ion battery, $82.35. Of course, we gotta also love DEWALT, especially when the battery is on sale. This is showing good deal, not best price. This has about 2 years of history. This battery has been as high, at least on Amazon, for its initial first year and a half, averaging about $180. Pretty wild. Had dropped down to about $100, but more recently has been dropping about 80 bucks. Lowest price has been at $79. So similar to the last item, $3 more right now. So pretty close to its best price. Next, Wera Zyklop Pocket Set Imperial Ratchet Set. 13 pieces, black, green. I love Wera. Beautiful German quality brand. $81.90. Of course, for that quality, you are paying a premium price. So when these do go on sale, not very often, but would be the time to get your hands on these at $81.90. It's a good deal, not best price. This has over 2 years of history. Clearly averages around $100, even going to recently. Looks like the price spiked during Christmas. It was at about 110 bucks. But then over the last few months has been averaging just below 90 bucks. And best price it's ever been, that was back in 2023, down to $80.70. But is now hovering at about $83.38. So still, again, pretty good deal. And I take that back. This is $81.90. So not too far off from the best price that it's been at. Next, Gerber Gear Lockdown Pry 10-in-1 Multi-Tool EDC Pocket Knife with pry bar for survival, hunting, and fishing. Gifts for men. Lowest price in 30 days. Love to see that. 47% off for $32.08. And then there's even a coupon that you can attach, that you can apply for 10% off. So you'd get, assuming it's just 10% off the new lowest price, you get an extra $3.20 off. So you get it for less than 30 bucks. This Gerber Gear Lockdown Knife. And a Gerber, of course, decent brand, known for making their knives. But to verify the price history, showing $32.08. Of course, you'll get $3 off more using that 10% off coupon. About 3 years of history. This is averaged roughly about $40 to $50, about $45. And then in the last month-ish, and even now, has dropped down all the way to $32.08. And again, you can save the extra $3 and get it for $29-ish. So huge discount on this Gerber Gear pocket knife that it's at its lowest price in 30 days. We continue. CRAFTSMAN Hand Saw, 12-inch hack saw. Lowest price in 30 days. 50% off for $6.99. I mean, $13.98 seems like a decent deal for a hack saw. $7, even better deal. And CRAFTSMAN, maybe it doesn't have the same aura that it used to have, but it still has some aura of quality. I have some CRAFTSMAN tools, so you know they're not slouches. And at 50% off for $6.99, a CRAFTSMAN hacksaw seems like a steal of a deal on Amazon. So $6.99. Let's look at the price history. Shows best price. Looks like over the last 5 years, it has averaged about $12.50. So 50% is real. 50% off is real. It's down to $7. Next, a little bit different. Kitchen SinkShroom revolutionary clog-free stainless steel sink strainer. I've washed my fair share of dishes here and there, and the sink getting clogged is the absolute worst. Now, I don't know if this one works. I haven't used it, but the idea of it sounds amazing. So basically what it's advertising is just based on the design of this filter. It lets water keep flowing through. It keeps your drain clog free, which would be amazing if it's true. It looks like it has pretty decent reviews. Plumber approved. So I thought it was a great deal. 18% off, $8.23. Price history showing best price. This averages normally about, over the last few years, actually about 6 years of history, it was about $13, $14. More recently, about $10, $11. And it is down to $8.23. Something worth taking a flyer on to avoid clogged drains. Anyways, keep going. Some more SinkShroom. Revolutionary sink drain. $8.48. Protect hair catcher. Same thing for your sinks or your... Well, I guess this is for your sinks, not necessarily your bath. Catches hair. So if you ever dealt with drains clogging due to a lot of hair, I mean, these are the inconveniences of life that get in the way, that aren't so big that you just kind of look over. But anyways, $8.48. Price history showing this is the best price. About 8 years of history. Average is normally about $12, $13. And it is down to $8.48. More realistic tools, probably less practical in everyday life. But anyways, ESTWING Pro Claw Nail Puller, 9-inch pry bar with forged steel construction and no slip cushion grip. Maybe you can unclog the drains with this thing. I'm sure it'd get the job done. Lowest price in 30 days, 15% off, $10.34. According to the price tracker, it is at its best price. About 8 years of history. This one actually shows that it went up in price. It used to be about $11. Started going up to $15. But that being said, it's back down below its best price that it was tracking what seems like ages ago back in 2017 at $10.34. Next, Wiha insulated SlimLine interchangeable set includes handle with pouch, 15 piece, 6% off, $92.28. Wiha, of course, excellent brand. $92.28 is its best price. This, at a quick glance, averages easy over the last 12 years, over $110. Probably closer to $120, and it is at its best price in the last 12 years at $92.28. That is what we like to see. Then we have the KNIPEX high leverage combination pliers, 1000 volt insulated, 10% off, $30.60. Showing good deal, not best price. Has been down to $29.23 before, but it is at $30.60, so about $1-ish more expensive than the best deal ever, but still a really good deal. Then getting away from tools just a little bit, we have this Amazon delivery van, ride-on toy for kids, blue toddler ride, ages 2 and up, Amazon exclusive. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I do like Amazon, probably not so much, but I do like getting deals, and this seems like a deal. Lowest price in 30 days, 40% off. Comes with these really fun looking Amazon packages. I'd be lying if I said my kids didn't love opening Amazon packages as they come to the house. And having some radio. Does this come with it? It is. It's a radio flyer. Radio flyer Amazon delivery van right now. Radio flyer is as classic as it gets for ride-on wagon scooters and toys. I'm assuming they have at least probably close to 100-year history. So we have some radio flyer. You know they do quality. Fun theme with the Amazon van. Fun theme with the little packages. You have the radio flyer cars for $23.99. This might be the steal of a deal. Lowest price in 30 days, 40% off. Price history is showing best price. Has history since October. Came out at $40. Never changed price. And then it has started going down this month, all the way down to $23.99. So either a gift for your kids, or a gift for somebody else's kids, or a gift for yourself. $23.99. Really cool product. Next, another one. I don't have this one specifically, but I do have an electric water kettle that boils water. And this one, similar, nostalgia, retro stainless steel electric tea and water kettle. 1.7 liters, auto shut off, and boil dry protection, water level indicator window, aqua color. Ends in 5 hours, 40% off for $30. Looks like it has excellent reviews. And these are just huge. So if you want to boil a kettle of hot water, get it done in an instant. These are invaluable, especially if you're boiling water the old school way. This is the new and quick way to do it, and you can do it in style. Looking at the price history, that's showing best price at $30. This has about 3 years of history, and it clearly averages close to $50, probably about $45 to be fair, but it is down to $29.99. So huge discount on this nostalgia stainless steel electric tea and water kettle. Then we have Belkin MagSafe 3-in-1 wireless charging pad, fast wireless charging for Apple Watch, iPhone 16, iPhone series, basically AirPods. So it's being specific to Apple, or at least it seems specific to Apple. $75, showing 50% off, and that's what caught my eye. The 50% off. You can see in white it's $120. So even if it's not 50% off, that's still almost $45 cheaper than the white version, which is normally a good smell test. is if just the color is different and there's about a $40, $50 savings, you know it's a good deal. So 49% sounds like it's passing the sniff test. This is a real deal. And then, of course, looking at the price history helps us validate that. This has about 2.5 years of history. It has been at $150 basically that whole time. Does drop to about $120 for the last year and a half. And it has a few times dropped to $75. And this is one of those times. $75, $99, 50% off. Sorry if you're Android. I'm Android. But if you're an Apple, huge charging station. You don't have to fuss with that many wires. You can have one wire for this charging station for multiple devices. $75.99, best price. And then last but not least, another toy. Maybe it's the inner kid in me. Old on the outside, but young at heart. I think it was Frank Sinatra who said that. International Durastar 4400 flatbed tow truck die-cast car. Toys for kids and adults, white. $32, 20% off. I know my son would love something like this. He has a few items just like this, and I know these can get pretty expensive depending which ones you're buying, but this is die cast, so it's quality little truck for $32. Price history is showing best price. It's been as high as almost $50. About 2 years of history. Looks like it averages about $40, and it is down to $32. And we will leave it at that. Let me know if you find these useful or maybe not entertaining, but at least helpful. Hopefully I can find you some deals. And if you do find these helpful, please consider liking and or subscribing. It helps a lot with guiding me in what kind of videos to make for you and which type of deals to send your way. Always open to suggestions. Anyways, I appreciate you. And as soon as I find some more deals, I will send them your way.